Hi, I'm Little Art Demon and welcome to my channel. And this is the first video of October and I wanted to make some Halloween themed videos for this month. And this month we'll have 5 Sundays. That's usually when I upload, so I thought 5 videos would be great. The last one will come up on Halloween and it will be about the prompt list that I created for this month. And the other 4 videos will have a very similar structure but will be different. Every one of them will have completely different characters, but the idea of the video is I gathered some common Halloween creatures and I decided it would be fun to make them kind of heroes or game characters because I've been playing a game that's AFK Arena. I have it on my phone and I really like them and I like the design of the characters on that game, and I thought it would be fun to create some more characters, not necessarily for that game. I'm not going to be giving them the type of heroes that they have on the game, but the game does have 3 different bases for heroes. So on each video of this month, besides the last one of course, I'll be drawing 1 intelligence-based hero, 1 agility-based hero and 1 strength-based hero. And I'll just get started. Today we're going to do a witch for intelligence, a clown for agility, and a pumpkin monster for strength. But let's just get started with the concepts. Let's go! I started off by writing what I was going to draw and the base for that hero, just so that I would keep that in mind while creating the design. And I just start sketching. I start with the face, of course, that's what I like to do. And as you can see, I'm just drawing a witch face, and I explored some things that are traditionally witchy themed. I even drew a broom at one point, but I ended up not using that. But as you can see, I'm creating an outfit that is witch themed, and I think it turned out really nice. After the witch character, I started to draw a clown, and I think her design is really cute. It's a little bit hard to create a new clown design because there are already a lot of clowns, either in horror movies or in Halloween costumes or in general pop culture. But I think her design is cute. It's simple because there isn't a lot of new things that you can create, I guess. But I like her. I think her design is really funny. And the last one for this video, we have the pumpkin monster, which was the harder one just because I'm used to draw cute people, especially girls, but he's supposed to be a beef character, you know, super strong. He's basically the tank of the group, so it was a little bit harder, and also he's the less human of these 3 at least, so it was a little bit complicated, but I think he ended up looking nice. Okay, so I think I'm done with sketching. I really like the witch's outfit. The clown outfit I think will need some work when I'm on the digital piece. But this dude, he doesn't have an outfit. He's just a pumpkin monster. I don't think he needs necessarily an outfit. But I think I'm ready to move on to the digital pieces, one for each of them. And I'll talk a little bit more about every one of them when we're doing that. So let's not waste any time, let's go. I started in the same order with the witch, and as you can see I'm just sketching a pose. That's something that it's a little bit hard for me, because one thing is just drawing the outfit and another thing is creating a pose for drawing the character. But I think it turned out good. I think it's simple but looks nice. As you can see, I gave her pointy ears, a witch hat, a necklace and a cute little dress. I think the line art turned out good. I really like how the face looks. I think her eyes are really cool. And I'm proud of how she turned out. I think the sleeves of her dress are really cool. I really like their design. I think that pattern in the edge looks really nice. With the bottom part of her design, I had some trouble because I wanted to have a short skirt but also some element that gave it some length, and I had some trouble because I wanted those side parts, but then they would basically cover the whole skirt, and I didn't want to work with transparency again since last video, at least not for now. But I ended up changing to these things on her back, and I think they look nice. Her hands were a lot of work because drawing hands is hard, and it was really complicated because I don't know, I don't think they were in an easy position to draw, so I'll be sketching them for a while, but in the end they ended up looking decent at least. So line art is done and I'm starting to add some colors. At first I'm just blocking the shape so that I can go in and pick the colors later, and I wanted to give her a green color scheme. That's what I ended up doing because I think it fits the witch aesthetic. So in the end I just picked some shades of green. They are all in the same tone, I believe, but just different saturations and different brightness, and I think by limiting the color palette in that way I can have a more cohesive drawing. The one thing that I'll say is that, as you can see right now, she is looking a lot of green, so I changed her skin color to purple, that is basically the complementary color of green. And I think it makes the drawing look better altogether. It isn't as overpowering as it was before. It was just a green blob and now it has some contrast in there. I started to draw the shading as I usually do, but then I decided that she's gonna have some power in the middle of her hands. That's why I drew the hands right there. So I just erased that and drew the lights coming from that part in the middle, and I think it actually turned out really nice. So I'm starting to draw the clown now, and I think she'll end up looking really nice. I really like this pose. It's simple, but it's cool. But as you can see, it's just very symmetrical, which is really good for when you're drawing, because it means you just have to basically draw half of it and then just copy and paste it on the other side. But overall, I think she's really cute. I really like her design. I like that middle parts between the top parts of her dress and the skirt. It's really cool, and it fits the whole aesthetic that you'll be able to see when the line art is done. I gave her really big, chunky shoes because, you know, they are clown shoes, so they are big. And I gave her some pompons on her outfit because I think that looks cute. Her face was really fun to draw. I drew her with really big eyes and big eyelashes, just because clowns usually have a lot of makeup and I think that would look nice. And then it came to her hair. I want her to have two pigtails with curly hair, and it was a little bit hard in the beginning, but I ended up doing these curls and then just making the line art with all of them together, and I think it ended up looking nice. I'm not the best at drawing hair, especially when it's super curly, but I think it looks great. Her hairs took some time too, but not as much. I think I figured them out a little bit faster this time, and I think they look good. Now I'm drawing her weapon, and they are basically these extra arms that she has coming out of her back. They can stretch and come close to her again. They have hands in their hands, as you'll be able to see just in a minute. And I imagine that she can just pull people towards her or even push them away. So I think that's a cool ability. I finished the line art, so I'm just blocking the colors. and I decided to go for an orange themed character. I started with red in the beginning, but then I changed to orange just because I think it looked nice, and then I lowered the saturation a little bit so that it would be more of a pale brown color, but still orange, but a little bit less saturated. It's not super bright. And in this piece I gave her blue eyes because it would contrast with the orange color, and I think it's a small accent, but it looks cool. For the shading, I just put this layer on top of everything and just started to erase the highlight parts, and then I added even darker shade on top just to add the really dark shadows. I think overall she turned out really cute. I like her design. I really like the hair. It was a lot of work, but in the end it was worth it. And the last one, the pumpkin monster, was really fun to draw and actually took like 1.5 hours only. The other ones took a really long time, but this one was really fast, and I think it's because it doesn't have that many details. It doesn't have an outfit, it's just basically a blob, an orange blob. But anyway, it was fun to draw something out of my comfort area because I usually don't draw very muscular people, and I mean it's not technically a person, but it still has some human anatomy, I guess. So it was fun to look at references of muscles and of tank characters on video games and all of that, because that's what he is. He's basically the tank of the group. So he's really big, he's really strong. I think he ended up looking really cute and adorable besides the face. If he had like a cute expression, he would just look like an angel. But he doesn't. He has a creepy face because he's supposed to be Halloween, and Halloween is supposed to be creepy, so he's creepy. But it was fun to draw the muscles. It's something that I don't draw a lot, and I want to get into that just because I have a lot of strong characters that have muscles and I want to draw them. I don't have a lot to say about him because he's not a very complex character, but I like how it turned out, and it was a fun exercise to draw a different body shape than I usually draw. I'm trying to get better at that, and it was really cool. And I'm actually surprised that it took so little to draw because I thought I would spend a lot of time trying to figure it out everything and how everything should look, because it's not a basic character that I draw. But it was cool, it was fun to draw, I like him. And if the muscles don't look super accurate, it's because it's not a person, he's a pumpkin monster, so there's no need for correct anatomy in this one, I guess. I hope. So now I'm putting the colors, and it's basically just orange. But I added some splashes of green in the pumpkin part, and also some other shades of orange just to give it some texture. I didn't want him to be just completely orange in the same tone overall. I think he deserves some details. The others have the clothes and he has texture. Those stripes that he has all over his body, I make them shine, and also on his eyes, because I think that looks nice. And you know, Halloween lanterns usually have a candle inside so that you can see the face when it's night, so I wanted to make him shine from the inside. I think it looks cool. The shading was basically the same deal as with the clown. I just put a layer and then erased the highlights, and then added another layer to really add the darker shadows. As you can see, I'm just adding some textures because I think he was still looking a little bit plain. Now that we are almost finished with the video, I just wanted to remember you to leave a like if you like this video, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the rest of this Halloween series, and you can leave in the comments what do you think will be the next series that I'll be drawing. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye!